Ladies, gentlemen, and peeps of all kinds, welcome to the Ultra Drift Invitational, the only place where you're going to see fools like me drift across all 48 races on 200cc. Oh, it's going to be a great one. We've got all sorts of guests. I've heard Larry's going to make an appearance. We're seeing some footage of some not so successful first attempts. These are tastes of what's to come, if you like me bashing into walls. It's going to be a wonderful time. Rainbow Road can suck itself. As you can see, that was Rainbow Road in its first race. So yeah, after a few failed attempts, we're going to get ready to start this shit up properly, and it's going to be great, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, are you ready? I hope you're excited. You've got 200cc, hard CPU, all vehicles, random order, and all 48 races. It's going to be a clusterfuck. I'm telling you, and I played this, it's fuckery. You will see things that I've never seen before. No one should ever complete 48 races. It changes. Only go to the Invitational. Oh, we're getting it kicked off? Okay. So, we're going to get kicked off with Melody Motorway. Oh, first race this one. As opposed to the other three first races that we saw, this one is going to be a bit more pleasant. There's curves. It was made for the 3DS, so it's not a piece of shit like the SNES ones. And it's just a general first race. We're going to see how our lovely drifting wigs does it out. Starts out, slides past. He passes Larry, the favourite to win actually. It's a bit of he has this weird style of drifting technique where he'll just swing his fat ass and that will somehow give him momentum. It's not the most flavor technique, because as you can see there, if the ass swing isn't good, then you can just end up smashing into a wall, which tends to be a favorite of our contestant here. Okay, missing out on the boost you get if you jump as well. See, he's not like the most polished driver, but he is the first to enter the Ultra Drift Invitation. It's not because he doesn't have friends and getting them to play 48 races would be a fucking nightmare, but it's more that just, you know, sometimes you've got to challenge yourself. You've got to come out and be like, no, I can do this, I'm good at Mario Kart, and then lose. But hopefully, he will. Yeah, but, you know, you hit first. Oh, that's the Tallahassee backslide, and someone just said, fuck off, I'm gonna hit you with a normal shell. So the Tallahassee backslide is when you hold the shell behind you, and then you come behind and swing your ass in front of them. See, he's not the most skilled player, just constantly just walking into stuff. It was, I believe they do start racing early in the morning, but at the end of the day, what self-respecting person is just crashing into walls and feeling no ways about it in Mario Kart? Like, come on. Oh, so he does just the chips, sorry, the piranhas. Oh. Gets his life stolen, he gets mugged and robbed. That's not really the best combination. In fourth place now on the final lap, and we're coming up to, not the final turn, but it's one of the last straights before it. Oh, and he's weaseled his way into first, and he's just hit the wall, and he just stays there. Maybe it's a sign of disrespect for all the computer players, because he just keeps fucking dragging himself across, and he's won first place. Wow. Not unexpected from our amateur, but we'll have to see if this keeps up. Oh, it's back. Rainbow Road. It's good to see this one out of the way early. It's good that it's not the other Rainbow Road. It's because that one's dog shit. But I'm happy to see it early on, so we can really set the bar with how he'll do on the harder stages. Opens up. Oh, he's up into third. Not too bad, really. Oh, picks up the bananas. What's going to do with those? Oh, clips someone else, but then swings off at the side. Everyone goes for that mistake. if I'm not mistaken. Your arse is just too fat, and the momentum in space really just carries over, and then you're just out drifting away like gravity, but a really odd version where Sandra Bullock's arse is just hanging out there for some reason. I don't really know why, but that's just how it is. Weird tangent, I know, but we just got him holding like in 6, and yeah, after that it didn't really pick up that well. So guess we're on to the next one, Ice Outpost. Yeah, he really struggled on Rainbow Road, and I believe editors must have been like, nope, that's not. So got a cheeky start, and again more wall bashing. This is kind of difficult. It's a bad mix-up because all of some of the more harder or later tracks seem to be coming up first, and you seems to have a better, worse time with them. Almost like you've not played them as much, which is kind of a shameful thing to see. If you're coming to the Invitational, if you've been handed the gift certificate, and if you've been told to lick your passport just for the Invitational, then you should at least practice a little bit, you know? Like, it should matter to you. Like, no, we're not fucking around here. Oh, he's picked that up. I don't know if that hit, but it seems to me that he carried that all the way across the first, and here we are in the 4th race. I believe this is Peach's circuit. Cannot remember. Yeah, this is. Or Peach's castle. One of the two. It's probably to do with Peach. And look, he's right off the edge, and that's where he'll finish. Yep. You can see the signs where he's not really going to pick himself up off the dirt. He's sort of, if he ends up in the dirt, he's staying there. So 5th race now. He's not had the best start so far. It's just been up and down. If anything, it's just a bit shit. I hope that if you've bet on this man, that it's not too bad and you can actually pay this off, because I don't think he's going to win. No commentating bias, but no. I'd say change your bets now. Call in your Uncle Graffiti and tell him that he's managing to do that. I've never seen that in my life. How did he manage to do that? See, he's unique in all the wrong ways, I believe. Just sort of going for a more unorthodox driving technique, which sometimes would pay off if they were actually good at driving. Really. Yeah, this is, yeah, he's really had a bit of hard luck with these courses, to be honest. Like, these are the ones you normally see at the back of the box. Like, these are the quality streets that no one picks out for races, and you don't really see them as often. But again, you should have practiced, you should have been there, and look, it's only 5th race, so he has plenty of time to earn those points back. But if he keeps this up, maybe it'll be too late. I don't know. Too dark and gloomy for only the 5th race. But here we are, look, it's coming in 6. Oh no, a big drift with boost. See, maybe he's got his bread and butters a bit too down. Like he's practicing all the right things, but those right things aren't aligning, and that's not the kind of racer you need to be. You need to be versatile. You don't need to be just, oh, this one particular influence is happening. You need to be good. Like, if you're a player that only were good when they were drunk, per se, then it's like, oh, what happens if you can't drink? Does that mean you're a shit player? Well, looks like it. He's dropping back into 5th. It's not looking good. 6th, 5th, crashes into the wall again, wastes the boost to crash out. Back into 5th, and that's where he'll finish. So it'll be a rough one to start out the mid of the first 10. God, hope the next one's going to do a little bit better. Wild Woods. This one's a bit more wiggly, curvy, a bit more sexier of a race, if you would have. There's a lot more visually going on as well, with the toads just jumping the fuck about. It seems to be that he's decided to take it in. Nope, never mind. No, decided to just fuck it. I don't really believe in wigs right now. It's sad saying that we've got 42 races to go and I've given up all hope on wigs. But what's he gonna do? Really just come out, change it all around? No, because he keeps crashing into walls, keeps missing everything about. Like, yeah, he's in third, then back to fourth. You can see it. You can see it. He's not made for it. I'm not saying he should go on, but just get a bit more practice in, Chief. Just come back, play with your friends, be good. You know, get some practice in, learn the tracks, and then maybe, oh look, he's in second. Then maybe, you know, you can come to the Invitational, be better, just do it out. Oh, no, he's in, oh, yeah, he's back into second. We call it the 1 step forward, another 2 steps back, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this one's, he's an entertaining fella, isn't he? Oh, he went for the telehassle slide. I think I've called it a different thing the first time, but then it's a different when it's a banana. Oh, he gains a mushroom here. Just, you know, opening up a bit. Getting a surprising lead. This is coming into the last lap as well. And yep, 1 step forward and 2 steps back. Why is he racing like that? Oh, and a red shell comes in. That might clinch it. That lucky bastard wins first place. And whoop, we'll straight on to the next one. Because this race, we need no introduction. It's the piece of shit SNES Rainbow Road. And I don't think he'll do too well considering there's no walls. And yep, here we go. Finish in 9th place. Is there any more that needs to be said? Really? He's still in the 2nd place in the rankings, but you'd think someone with their expertise would work a bit harder to try and come a bit further in the rankings. Like, you should really be setting your lead. Oh, which he decided to do just to shut me the fuck up. After winning 3 races in a row, he is setting the lead. Okay, alright. Wigs and the Ultra Drift team have decided to tell me to shut the fuck up. Okay, alright. There we are. Oh. In the lead now. And then coming into one of the more exciting races. I'm very excited to do. This race is kind of difficult because everyone has the potential to catch up because of the ramps. And especially on 200cc, it becomes a very technical race. You sort of got to maintain as big as a lead as you can because that lead will get decimated the further and further you get ahead. But the whole race excites you to get further and further ahead. So we'll keep going. Oh, he's building up their lead. Maybe he'll finish this way. And oh, yep. Here he goes. Yep. No, he's still in 1st. So maybe no. Finishes in 5th. Yep. Maybe if he needs to finish a bit more consistently, rather than, you know, just worrying about coming 1st to shut me up. Like, he needs to pick himself up by the boots, really, here. Coming up to Wario Stadium, 12th race of the Ultra Drift Invitational. I hope you're having a great time, ladies and gentlemen, the peeps of all kinds. Wow! So, consistent, but in the wrong direction, my dear friend. In the wrong direction. Donut Plains 3, 30th race. Oh, excuse me. So we're gonna start off. Doesn't get the boost this time. It doesn't do that either. I'm telling you, this kid is working his bread and butters, getting the boost, driving a bit more purpley, and then, you know, maybe he'll finish in 1st place. He seems to be able to cut ahead and bam, bumping into a wall again. Finishes in 4th. yeah, if he's gonna keep on banging the walls, it's no wonder. Well, we got Dry Bones and the Bookie's favorite in first, no, in third place. He's pushing himself up the rankings, so it'd be surprising to see if he, even walks away with anything from this, which would be very shameful compared to all the bragging that he's been doing online. He's called his mother, worthless if he can't win. He's made complimentary bets on himself with no money involved, just giving away like, oh, if I lose, I slept with a snake. That kind of weirdo shit. Like, I don't know. I'm just reading out loads. But we're starting off like Wario, which is apparently his favorite race. Pretty strong, actually. Like, no woo bullshit, no falling off. He's holding second pretty well. But this is the second lap, mind you. This is a sprint race, of course, so it's all in one long direction. Oh, there's a blue shell headed his way. Oh, and the red shot. So maybe that all there was tactical. We'll never know, of course, because this is Wiggs we're talking about. He's a fucking dunce. Okay. Oh, comes off into the forest bit of the track. This bit is a bit difficult for newcomers. This is the bit to mix you up. Where you've had open spaces before, sort of bumps and logs and just like stuff you can crash into, like he just did right there. Very hard. You want to get out of the section as fast as possible into the drift straight away for the final third. This is where you can go home and where dreams are made to die. Look at him, he's in 7th place, and yet I have every faith that a skilled player would be able to make their way down into first. Look, he makes his way into third, into second. Told you, a single turn of the arse, a red shell busts him over in the air, which is even worse for the poor champ. Oh, but he receives so himself. Oh no, the red shell's gonna miss, and he manages to clear his favorite race in first place. Well done. It's very happy to see what you can do in a comfortable setting, but let's hope this carries through into other races. But you know what, I've got to applaud him for this performance. It was kind of nice to see that third one, but here we are, Great Zero F0 Speedway 15th race. This is where speed comes to live. If you want to go fast, you get one of those pink sides, you go in there, you get all your coins, and then you just end up speeding away. Full of boosts, full of turns, full of drifts. This is where speed lives, and you got red shell in the edge. That one wasn't really his fault. Sometimes in these invitationals, you gotta keep an eye on your back, eyes on your head, because these people are out for blood. They will sandwich your mum. I'm not sure what that means, but they'll do it. And they'll look you in the eyes when they do. Finishing lap 1. Oh, and the final lap in 4th place. Not too bad of a performance. His consistency is picking up, but if you want to win, which of course there's no shame in losing, or in 2nd place, but if you want to win, you're gonna have to push those numbers up. You're not here to be 4th place. Then you're just filling out the numbers. There's no room for a 4th person in a threesome, and the threesome is the only people that gets rewards here. So, oh, a bit of a good turn this around that corner. Throws the shells out. 4th place, again holding it. We have Morton, Dry Bones, and probably Larry up there fighting for 1st place, which is a shame really. You'd expect him to see him up there. Oh, he's coming up. He's coming through. Burns Larry, gets hit by a red shell. It's a clusterfuck. Throws the green shell. Does it bounce? Does it bounce? Doesn't hit anyone, I don't believe. Goes good trick off of there. Small trick off of that. It's very hard to taper your speed at 200cc. Some of these turns into walls are his fault, yes, but at the same time it's very different. If you're someone who's trained 100% or 150, then these turns aren't just going to be it for you. Sometimes you don't have the braking power. Oh, and we've just got on over into this one. Not too sure what happened in that race, but probably as consistent as this one is. So we come on over into this. This is Ribbon Road. A pretty wiggly race, but again, no walls, so it's even worse for our favourite slidey fat ass contestant. Because where the wall is and you're losing your speed, that's fine compared to where there's nothing and you'll just float off and lose your coins and your speed, which is atrocious, really. See, look, in that whole exchange, you managed to go from 5th to 9th place, 10th, 11th. Come on, man. What self-respecting person is just going to end up in 11th place after a single 12th? Oh my dear, let's move on. Very happy to do so. Luigi's Mansion here. Yeah, it should feel a home away from home for Drifting Leagues, as he is, you know, a boo. But I don't think that went as well. But he's over here. He's finishing the 5th place for Donkey Kong Jungle, and back in 4th. It seems like it's going to be a bit of a divide amongst the rankings, but we'll check in a minute as Rumble Volcano, I believe, marks the 20th race. Oh, can you believe that? 20 races. This person, no. As much as I've been hard on them, 20 races. Oh, never mind. 11th, 20 races to come 11th is still a bit shameful. But Larry's picking up ahead. Morton's chasing him and Dry Bones. But then, you know, our favourite Drifting Wigs is just lagging behind. I don't know what he's doing. Oh. Okay, yep. Okay, I've just heard from the team that Drifting Wigs is he's complaining he didn't have enough food, he was a bit hungry, his you know, his hands were cold, all the typical excuses you get. For amateurs like this, it's a bit shameful, really. Like, if you were coming in first to be like, oh yeah, please, can I have some of this stuff? Then yeah, it'd be fine, but saying this after coming 11th, it's a bit much. But we're gonna let him get some food. We're gonna have this small break, let him get some food, let him revitalize, go outside, possibly have a cigarette, you know, think about what he's doing, practice those turns in the bathtub, like cool runnings. He's just got to do whatever he has to do to really get himself back on board here, really, because the poor kid's just struggling. Like, it's 20 races in, 185 points. He's got a gap of about 40, 50 points to reach. And that might not be 1 or 2 races. That's a couple of races at a time. And you have to hope that Larry, who is a front runner, will do poorly in those races so he can, you know, bridge some of that gap. Because otherwise, I don't think he's going to be doing it. But we're going to have to see, you know, what the kid pulls out, really. Like, it's just that at the end of the day. We got to wait and see. The Ultra Drift is all about opportunities and, of course, wiggling your car's fat ass around corners. It's going to be a phenomenal return when he comes back. Oh, I've heard from the team. He looks like he's about to be getting ready. Oh, are we going to move on with the next race soon? Oh, I believe so. Here we go. The 21st race. Dear me. Let's see if he improves on this. He's eating food. There's a small technical difficulty there. Don't you worry about it. He's eating some food. He seems to be opening up. Look back to bumming on walls. But, you know, I have faith in this guy. He seems a bit more human. Always run on the wall. See, what we've discovered, the science team behind the scenes, is that the walls are effectively the slowest part of Mario Kart. While it seems counterintuitive because of all the boosts, you know, it's going to turn while they seem like it's faster with the boost, you're actually slower while the wheels are sideways. So you want to maximize the time where the wheel to track carnage can happen. That's the technical term, carnage. That builds up your acceleration, allows you to go faster, that allows you to do it. And look, he does it again. He just doesn't know. I think it's just, this can't be just him I think it's not a wildly known thing. We can bring up footage if people will ask, but that's not on the matter of the Ultra Drift Invitational to do. So that's our own background science team, putting in the hours to let you know what's the best for you in the racing activities. Yeah, he's dropping back into 6th, 5th. He's not doing super well, but it's not awful. Now that we know that his standard is around 4th, and there are some great competitors, or 3rd technical difficulty, we might have to check some calls, the technical team fix any issues that might be happening. While this guy is an amateur and his first entry into the circuit, but once you take that in mind, him coming 4th is a bit more tame, a bit more coming through. Oh, awful! He goes for the ramp, but misses out. It's yeah, you can see it. It's really endearing, him trying, but at the same time, it might have been better for him to not. Coming in at 8th place. See, it's just not what you need, and I don't think all those excuses around food or anything about it were any good, really, because look, he's out here still losing. 22nd race. We're almost halfway there now. 2, 1, go. He gets a quicker start off, but not the boost once again. He slides his way into 4th, using the drift. These are some of the more easier races, the ones you'd see in the front. So he might have a bit more practice. He slides his way into 1st, but again hitting the wall. It's that kind of shim-sham inconsistency where it's really going to let him down. Like, no matter how long he can hold 1st, but he's holding 1st. He held 1st for all that time, at least a lap. Oh, he got thrown up again with walls. It's going to really hold him back. He's ramping into final lap now, still in 1st place, which is an impressive feat considering, again, his track record this Invitational. He's at 10 coins. He can really open this car up with 10 coins. He really just let it go. And you can see on the map that he's got a huge lead. Huge. All he's got to do, hold on to it. Boom. He's won himself another race. Oh, unfortunately, a blue shell's coming in. Morton's closing in behind. You can see him snaking in. Will he pass? And a red shell, and is crushing to 2nd, and back to where he belongs. And a 3rd shell. Okay, we got some grace on that 3rd shell, on that green shell, but 3rd place. A respectable, if not kind of disappointing performance from our drifting wins. Oh, and here we have our special race. All 4 races at once. Let's see which one. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Which one of these 4 will come first? If you manage to guess successfully, then you'll be awarded nothing. Sorry, the budget ran out. Maybe next time we'll have a prize for you lucky contestants who can guess correctly. But unfortunately, budget's a bit tight. Spend it all doing all these coming onto all these circuits. Like, it doesn't come cheap. Okay, so coming first in the top left so far. They're on the 2nd lap. They're all such a 2nd lap, really. It's a bit of a clusterfuck to watch, but you can see him just sort of flail around. You can even pattern his behaviours a bit more carefully on these, where you can see he'll hold 1st, he'll hold a position, but then, something will happen, and boom, he's let it go for no reason. Snakes around that donut, but that is what it is. On the musical, he's back in 3rd. He's back on 3rd in 3 different screens. That's the consistency we want to see. But if you just pump those numbers up, it would be great. 6 and 2 screens. 1st and the candy one, which is telling me to shut up a little bit. He can hear me in his mind and living rent free in there, and I'm really just telling him, stop moving into the walls, you ghost bastard. Maybe that's it. Maybe he's he's too used to being a ghost, and that means he's He's expecting to go through that. He finishes 1 first, 1 second, nope, 1 first, 1 sixth, 1 ninth, and I believe 1 10th. Oh, and here we have the time race. This one's a bit of a weird one. You've got to play this one backwards. It's a bit odd. It just is. It's one of the more harder races on Mario Kart. The Ultra Drift is always proud of this race. It's very technical. You've got to do it. Some people will die if they're not immortal in Mario Kart. Like if you don't sign the waiver, if you don't take this repository, how the fuck are you going to travel back in time for that? Yeah, it's a tragedy, but you know we've had some contestants de-age. He's pulled himself back into that pit. That's a real dark part when you just get pulled into those pits and everything's unraveled before you. Some people can't do this race because they don't have the mental proficiency to understand what's going on, or even truly accept that a joke about a clock going backwards for a race about clocks is kind of funny. But here we are, and that's the end of the race for the 27th race. Tick-tock clock. And here we are, the home of giants and smalls alike, Baby Park. Now, people always complain about Baby Park. I don't know what it is. People say, oh, why are you going to race 7 laps? 7 laps? It's like, look, 7 laps, it's not that long. To some people, if you're good at the race, it will just feel like nothing. Like, you'll just be here, bing, bang, bitch, and you're in first place, and you finish the race. What's wrong with that? And again, see, same thing with this one. Circuit races are the best, and it's nice to see some actual first place consistency. But is it too late? Larry is storming off into the distance. He's broken 330 points at this point. Drifter Reeds is going to have to pull it out of his arse to do something here. And we're not sure if he can do that. He's entering Bowser's Castle, one of the harder, more unforgiving races. You've got ramps, you've got fire, lasers, all sorts of nonsense. He's really going to have to pull out of his arse. 30th race, 18 races to go after this. That huge leash to catch up. Oh, pass up and forth, coming around, start a few bends and bang straight into the wall. I truly hope that you place your bets on someone else, or that you bet on him to lose, or to not even come pole position, because I don't think he can do it. I mean, he's in first place now, but I mean, he's holding it. He's making a bit of a breakaway. Coming around that turn. Just gets hit by a boulder. And you can say, oh, these are part of the stage. These are part of actions that he's not supposed to have. Oh, a technical pause. Okay. So I must have had some technical difficulties in the Ultra Drift one of them. But we'll move on. Yes. He's allowed one technical pause. So, don't know why he took it there, but he's allowed one. Keeps bumping towards this lad. You know him. You might as well call him Wally Wings, not Drifting Wings. Anyway, drifting his way back into second, loses position from double bumping and goes into third. It's all over the place with this kid. Good drops on the banana. I can see what he was going for with that, but doesn't pull it off enough. He is good with the boost drifts though, where he'll it's not a common known fact, if you boost and drift, you can change the curve slightly. So it's a more protracted curve instead of just like a full straight line. Oh, there are a few issues there. Maybe that's what the technical pause was before. He's having a few issues with the screen or something. But he's in third place now, got hit by that boulder. Lightning, it's not going to do him well. It's not going to do him favours anything. Larry's close behind, Morton's storming ahead. I don't see a much of a future for Drifting, but you know, here to see it unfold, here to shut me up, and here he is, Does the boost turn into the finish to finish first? My dearie me. If only. Maybe this is why he's the favorite. He's unpredictable, this young man. But unpredictability isn't going to take him 60 points up. Yes, you've heard it. The gap is widened between him and Larry. It's... Well, we don't know what he's going to have to do to improve, but we just know he's going to have to pull it out of his ass. He's going to have to start playing out of his bloody mind if he wants to win. And, you know, we're just going to have to wait and see. He is someone who keeps surprising us again and again. And again? No. Not so much this time. But yeah, first, second, first, sixth, third. That one doesn't seem to be his fault. I hate this race myself. Fifth. He's all over the place. Second again, that's pretty good. First this time, a good one. I think we're cutting through these because just for brevity. But yeah, he's doing... He's abandoning consistency for the sake of points. And I don't think that gap has improved. Oh, we're having a bit of extra technical difficulties. I think it's a bit of a more choppier race. You know, this one's a bit more of a classic. It takes you back. Everything feels a bit more toasty. Oh, it's gonna be a bit of a wow. If you've got screens to not adjust them, this is how the race has always looked. Bowser loves that he managed to do this to this neon course. Be like, if I put the future in the past, then everyone will love me forever, and everyone will shut up. But it's gonna be a very different race forwards. It's got no rules. It's the whole problem we've been seeing race to race. It's got no rules. And here we are watching it. And again, just because he's got those drifts. Look at him go, pink, goose over the finish line. If he managed to keep up this consistency, he's no problem winning. But I don't think he's ready for this Grand Prix 48 race lifestyle. I think he was ready. He's one of those players that play 4, maybe 6, and call it a day. He comes in first and he's like, yeah, I'm fine. He's not ready for this life. He's not ready for changes, changing, taking the road in the back. But it's what happens. Parameters like this come every so often, and the Ultra Drift Invitational is no different. You're gonna see some people get slipped by bananas. All different sorts of things, though. It's gonna be a different kind of race. Because some things are all but, you know, some things stay the same. No matter how crispy and toasty this race is. No, never mind. Oh, he's playing out with his mind. Drift around. Maybe he boosted in the first lap. Maybe he took a shot in that top. Oh. Maybe I'm too fast to judge either direction. Hit by a flame into 5th. It's his last lap in 40th race. If he's gonna pull it out, he's gonna have to start pulling it out now. And a valiant racer. In fact, I don't know why he hasn't given up so far. And if anything, that should be giving us some form of detriment, because you know, there's no shame. You want to win, but there's no shame in second place. Third is a touch and go, but fourth, fortunately, you've not won. But we come into the final 8 races, ladies and gentlemen. Final 8. We're gonna do a very long, big race here. All these sandy races. Again, no rules, but nowhere to fall off. Just nothing but drift for our drifting rigs. I don't believe in him. I don't believe he could do it, but he could turn us all around and shut me up. I want him to do it so badly. Oh, lands on the sand, get past. It's okay, you can do it. Takes the boost off of those. You never know if that was faster or just driving, but we'll get the science team on it. Finishes the first lap. Second place. Drifts his way into first. Mushrooms over the thing. Oh, a bit of a speed down, but that's okay. He's tempered that kind of stuff. Maybe this is his bread and butter race. Like it's not got fallen off. It's not got wall issues. It's simply just drive and trying to stay with the fastest bits here. A blue shell can come over and take all that speed away. Some would call it a Tory shell. I personally try not to let politics get involved. But that's what it says on the tin, innit? Coming in into the third lap now. Gets clipped. That's not the Tallahassee, which is disappointing for more. But even me disappointing for Wiggs, who just boosts right into it. In 6th place, which is a shame after holding first place for all that long. But that's Mario Kart. It will do it to you. You'll be holding first place and then boom, 20 seconds happen and you're in 6th. It's the worst. Fires out his green shells, picks up some coins. Oh, he's in 3rd place. He's in 2nd. He might be able to do it. He's got a red shell. He can pick it up. Morton's right there. Boosts over. Morton does get hit. And, oh, we're into Cheese Land. Cheese Land sliding in. Oh. Okay, we're starting off Cheese Land. Very drifty again. Woo. But maybe it's the yellower courses that are good for drifting wings. Could be doing it. Oh, boost for the glider secret. Doesn't line itself properly, so it's very hard not to bash into that wall, and he does. Doesn't do any tricks off the first ramp, does on the second. Grabs the box. He needs to be getting these coins. I think that's what's letting him down. Bashes into toads. Maybe he needs glasses. I don't know. maybe not. Oh. Comes around to drift now. It's a bit. Ooh, a secret technique, but the lightning punishes him from the heavens. It clips a banana. It's not looking good for this race. But oh, drifts on that person. It's only 2nd lap. I'll around myself. Sorry, I'm too excited for the ball. He comes around, he got some boost over it. That's a very, very risky gamble that he did. Well, he's on no coins, but he'll pick one up now. He really needs to work on that money management. Coming around, hits a banana. I don't know if that was unfortunate placement or unfortunate driving, but either way, he's in 8th place. He's looking there. 7th, so he could make something happen with this star. Oh, tactical wall bounce that seemed that time. Maybe he is learning. 5th, 4th, 2nd, first. He's done it. He's made it happen. And we're on to the next race. Maybe he could do it. Maybe, you know what? I'm believing in drifting rigs and so should you. Oh, crashing into the walls, but that's his technique. Maybe he's holding himself back. He's got too much power for all these different people. He's giving them a chance just to take it away with all those 6 races. Or 8 races, sorry. Yeah, once again, we've tested the sidewalls, and the sidewalls are unfortunately slower, look faster, but you want that wheel to street carnage, which actually gets you speed. The boosts are a lie. Sorry to say that. Oh, the bullet bill coming in. Great to see. Oh, boost right over. Sometimes that'll happen into a banana, and he's coinless. We still believe in him. You can do it. This round, boosts in. keep bouncing into walls. But this one, he's teching it. Keep holding the boost. No, that was actually fairly impressive. Maybe that's the Drift Kid for some reason. In 5th place now, 2nd lap. 6th, 5th. He's wiggling between those two. Final lap now. 3rd place. It's anyone's game. It really is. He's coming in. He's drifting into 2nd. Red shell into 1st. He could do it. This could be the 3rd win in a row. Goes in the slower track. Lands on there. It's all fall apart. But lands on the boost. 7th. I don't know what he could do from here. It just all fell apart. It just all fell apart. And start the next race on more somber spirits into Yoshi's circuit. Now, I've personally played that one DS mission of Mario Kart where you have to do all 48 drifts on this, and I believe that's great technical practice for anyone who wants to race or perform well in this race. It's a good understanding of the circuit to drift and go that fast, understand temporary speed, and just really go ham on this race. It's a great challenge, and I think it would suit drifters as well to do so, because the walls are coming back to the walls, and this is one of the more easier races. Just coming down to these just bumping into walls. Come on, sir, you can do this. He's at 10 points, so his money management is a bit better. But 5th place, he's bumping and gyrating against his walls. Oh, he's unlocked his ghost powers. They stole a banana for him, which is not the best, but, you know, makes something out of nothing. Throws banana down, does not get another box, which is going to be a shame. Only 2nd race, sorry. 2nd lap. Oh, 2nd lap, come in 3rd. Morton coming in 1st. Larry is just dominating this race, I believe. Wiggs is coming in, but here we are. Here we are indeed. Back in 5th place. Eric, you can do it. I believe in him. Grabs the box. That's when he's the most excited. When he's got a box, when he's got something in his hands, he knows how to make use of it. Oh! A pile up in the front, and for a brief moment he was in 1st. Right Bones loses it. Grabs the double box. He could do it. He could shut me up. He's coming around the bend. Picks up a coin. He's at 10 coins. Comes around the bend. Hops over the gap. And here we are in the next race. Dragon Driftway. Oh, it's gonna be a wild one. Whoa. Getting all sweaty. All this commentary. He's got boost on, ready to go, locked and loaded. Well, what's he gonna do with it? This is much like the F-Zero race. This is a very slide, drift-heavy race. Make it as fast as possible. You can bump into people, and if you drift the right way, you can actually win. Unfortunately, for drifting race, 1st lap, starting the 2nd lap now. Back into the Dragon's Mouth, not drifting as well, which it's a shame. His namesake is Drifting Wakes. This is Dragon Driftway. It should be right up his alley, but I believe he needs to go back to the circuit, knowing how to drift a bit better. Practice on Baby Park. It's the start. It's how you do it. You learn how to master those corners. You get tight. You get wiggly. You're all good. Okay. He's in 4th now, back into 3rd. Picked up an item box. Green shell and a mushroom. Let's burn a bit. Tries out green shell. It does manage to hit Morton, so that leads him into a great position. Oh, Larry himself is picking up some bad habits from the Wiggs. Driven, crashing into the wall. But he recovers as Drifting Wiggs says, oh yeah, and he drifts into the wall himself. Does the mushroom off the ramp, but then he picks up into another wall again. So is the green shell, is that going to hit? I believe it did, but I don't think it hit anything. Consequence. He's got 3 mushrooms now. He can do a lot with this. I've seen him do a lot with this. Into third. Around the corner. Will he go for it? Goes for the magnificent bend. Fucks it up. Does it anyway. And here we are in our favourite Rainbow Road race. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Right near the end. You were wondering where it was. Look at this majestic, beautiful, wonderful race. It's here. It's lovely. It's great. It's gonna be a fucking pain for him to go through. But look at this. You got trains. You got stars. This one is also a sprint, so it'll be a bit faster. The second leg now, having a start coming around. Oh, didn't manage to pick up any items, but shot off 2 people. Crashes into the chain chomp wall. Unfortunately, looks like he's going to do it again. Yes, he's not had any luck, is he? Dry Bones currently in first place, it seems, followed by Morton. But Waste is going to disrupt that with a blue shell. Genius. And that frees up his position to Wiggler's way into first. The lightning has slowed everyone down, so now no one has to do items. It just comes down to pure, undiluted racing here, ladies and gentlemen. He picks up a box. He's got it. The fourth, the green shell, comes in. He's in first place, gets up in the ramp, and he might be on this next race. You're hating that, aren't you? You're hating every time it happens. It's okay. Can't remember the name of this race. It's something Falls. Shy Guy Falls. Sorry. Team. Starting in at 7th. First lap's fairly short. All laps were fairly short. You should have started to notice that by now. After this many races, should be a bit more tense. Feel that. That's why they've stopped showing you the results, trying to build up that tension. But if you want more tension, you shouldn't be watching Drifting Races finish the first lap in 9th. But we've had better miracles from this man. I slag him off, and he tells me that he's a filthier slag than I could ever expect him. So, to see. So the green shell managed to hit it. He's pretty good. He's pretty good with his item usage, I will say. He's great with the boost. He does great work with shells. Bananas, not so much. But he seems to be able to hold the items, especially mushrooms, for good use. Lands in second, blocked with a green shell, but that's okay. Final lap now, and he's got a mushroom, so we're just going to have to wait and see what he does with it. And a red shell on top of that, so he can really capitalize on this. Larry's coming forward with a red shell, uses it on Morton. Uses the red shell on Dry Bones. This will be devastating if he hits him here. Oh, hits him on a ramp, which is less effective, but still kind of bad. Got a banana to protect him. Goes for the Hail Mary, and it works! Oh my dear lord. Drifting Wiggs coming in with the second, third place, final turn. One red shell, hits Morton, hits the wall, and we're in the final race, ladies and gentlemen. It's so exciting. Can you believe yours? Your blood pumping. It's a bit of a tame race, a final race, but that's okay. That's what happens when it's a random. It's alright. If any of this was summed up, it would have been in that moment right there. Oh, I want to give a hand, no matter what happens, no matter the outcome of this tournament. Drifting Wiggs has been an amazing competitor to watch. He's an amateur, so there's lots of rooms to grow, but I believe he is the most entertaining racers I've ever seen. Case in point. Oh, he's got mushrooms. Are you seeing what he knows how to do with them? Boost into fourth, or boost into the middle of nowhere. I feel like he's getting exasperated after all 48 races, just seeing the end in sight and letting himself go a bit, just letting himself breathe, as he knows it's all over. He knows what's happening, of course. He knows whether he's won, whether he's not, what he has to do. Like, this could be the race for him. This could be it. We don't know. but I have to wait and see what he does. A blue shell to chase down Larry. Ray presses the brakes so he doesn't get caught up to it. Into the third lap. This could be it. He could be the winner. He's been doing pretty good in these last 8 races. He could do it, and he finishes first. Oh, they've hidden the results just so that we can have a little bit of intention, bit of excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, hasn't it been a wild ride? Drifting Wigs. The Ultra Drift Tournament is a new race. It's a new start. The Ultra Drift Invitational, mind you. It's great. Oh, they've got the results ready. And I believe Drifting Wigs has come third. Third, ladies and gentlemen. He's closed the gap by about 30 points. But that wasn't good enough. But, like we said, third place is still pretty up there, especially for a first timer. Dear Lord. This has been a wonderful, wonderful experience. I hope to see you again at the next Invitational. Oh, I believe, yep, we've got some knowledge from Wiggs. We're going to get an interview with Wiggs now.
Congratulations to Larry. It was close. I thought John Bones were going to have it, but he came out of nowhere. It was amazing. I really, thought the team, the crew, everyone. This is my first time here. I get my soul back. It's great. I loved every second of it.
Oh, look at him go. He's excited. He's happy. He's just happy to have taken part. What a magnificent, magnificent competitor. It's been a wonderful, wonderful Ultra Drift Invitational. I hope you all had a great time watching along, and we'll maybe see you in the race next time. If you believe you can do better, let us know. From everyone here at Vehicle Wigs Productions, thank you for watching, and race on. That was done. But I didn't have a better way to finish it. Goodbye. Bye-bye. Please leave. They won't let me turn off until the music's on. Okay? Bye-bye. Leave. Go away.